Every time I walk into a grocery store, I face a dilemma. Most people worry about simple things like Coke versus Pepsi or vanilla versus chocolate ice cream. Me, I worry about one thing: conventional versus organic. You see, I grew up on a small farm in southeast Ohio, and on that farm we practiced organic farming. My dad probably wouldn't say he started farming organically for any philosophical reason. We have just over 150 acres, which does not make it cost-effective for us to invest in expensive equipment or chemicals. So growing organic foods allows us to compete against the big conventional farming operations in the central U.S. This morning, you will learn what organic food is, as well as some tips for buying organic foods. This information is important for you because it will help you make smarter choices at the grocery store, choices that could improve your health and the environment. First, you should understand what the label organic means when you run across it in the grocery store. The organic food market is growing rapidly as a segment of the grocery market. Kathleen Welton, writing in the February 2010 issue of Library Journal, noted that the global sales of organic food exceeded $23 billion in 2008. The U.S. is a big part of that global organic trend. Dr. Maureen Callahan, a CNN media correspondent, explained that in America alone, consumers spent $28 million on organic foods in 2008. Why do you think so many consumers are jumping on the organic food cart? An agronomist writing in the Allopathy Journal explained that many consumers recognize the benefits of organic food in comparison to conventional food that may have been treated with pesticides and other chemicals. Also, many assume that using fewer chemicals is a benefit to the environment. So what exactly does organic mean? The term organic, as used on food, is actually governed through the Organic Foods Production Act. The Act oversees the national standards for the production, handling, and processing of all foods labeled as organic. Being certified as an organic producer or processor requires certification from the United States Department of Agriculture. Mary Gold of the Alternative Farming Systems Information Center explained that the Act authorizes food to be labeled as organic when it promotes and enhances biodiversity, biological cycles, and soil biological diversity. Further, organic foods are based on minimal use of off-farm inputs like fertilizers, pesticides, and growth hormones. The primary objective of the Act is to optimize the health and productivity of interdependent communities of soil life, plant, animals, and people. Of course, the organic label from the FDA is not without some controversy. A 2009 Washington Post article explained that the lobbyists have successfully gotten the FDA to relax the standards on what counts as organic. For example, baby formulas now contain a synthetic additive that reportedly boosts brain power. Grated organic cheese contains wood starch to prevent clumping, and organic beer can contain non-organic hops. The article explains that aggressive lobbying driven by significant consumer demand have led the FDA to become more lax in its labeling standards. There are several reasons why farmers might choose to grow organic crops. First, the organic label tells consumers that farming practices were enacted to minimize the risk of chemical contamination. Although no food can be guaranteed 100% free of chemicals, organic foods are far more likely than conventional foods. This certification provides a degree of protection to the consumer, and farmers who are organically certified are proud of the fact that their food is safe for the consumer. Second, farmers have a strong connection to the land. On my family farm, we focus a lot of energy on rotating crops through various tracts of land so that the soil can replenish its nutrients. By doing this, we do not have to rely on chemical pest controls and fertilizers to maintain production. Because organic food can cost more than conventionally produced food, you need to be smart when shopping. First, look for the organic label. Remember that federal standards must be met in order for that label to be used. Also, there's no such standards for seafood of any type, so don't bother looking for organic fish, shrimp, or crabs. The fruit and vegetable aisles are where you'll make your biggest impact. For fruits and veggies, where you eat the outside, like celery and lettuce, buying organic is important. For other foods, like bananas and melons, you will discard the outside, so the benefits of buying organic may be less significant. Also, make sure you even plan before you get to the store. If you plan menus that maximize the use of organic foods, especially menus that emphasize fruits and vegetables, you'll do a better job transitioning your food consumption away from conventional food where chemicals are more common. If you make the decision to start buying organic food, there are several possible outcomes. According to an article in Men's Health by Maria Roddale, there are many potential health benefits from eating organic foods, including the reduced risk of diabetes, cancer, heart disease, and even autism amongst children. Margot Polans, a recognized advocate for sustainable agriculture, also noted that the production of organic food reduces significantly the amount of pollution generated by agriculture. But there are also drawbacks. Because it is so labor-intensive and takes longer in terms of production time, organic food does cost more. A consumer could see organic prices be a few cents or even a few dollars higher than their conventionally grown cousins. Today, you have learned what the organic label means, as well as some tips for buying organic foods. Organic foods could cost a little bit more, but the benefits, both in terms of your own health and the environment, could be significant. Regardless whether you buy all organic, or like many of us mix things up, you should understand what the label means so that you can make smarter decisions the next time you are at the grocery store.